A lot of you know me, some of you don't. I tell people, and I guess 5 months into a campaign, you can't say anymore, I'm not a politician. Spent a lot of time going around in the last 5 months talking to people, and one of the things that I will say is it has been one of the greatest honors of my life to get to go out and campaign. Went out, we knocked on as a campaign, what are we up, Braxton, around 4,000 and some doors. Got to knock over 2,000 myself, and you meet people, and you see things in your community that you weren't aware of, or that you kind of knew existed, but you've never experienced firsthand. We can talk policy, and we'll talk that in a second, but the thing I like to talk about is people. So first off, where's Sadie? Sadie, you want to come up? Come here, Sadie. I know. Every person in high school loves to be brought up to a place. Sadie turned 18 years old yesterday and came here to register today. This is a fight worth fighting. And she's here, and I just wanted to commend you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. So, another person that I get weepy here. I do it every time I talk. I want to grab Lona Brown. Where's Lona at?
Here I am.
Lona shared her story earlier, and we're going to share that out on social. The long story short, Lona thought that she was done fighting in the political realm. And she's here to fight again.
All right.
Because it's a fight that needs fought, and she's here to fight with us in Clarion, and I appreciate the heck out of it. Thank you so much, Lona. Thank you. You know, there's a lot of things in our area that we can all look out and we can see haven't been done. We've had 10 years of mediocrity. 10 years of a malaise where things have not been accomplished. I'm not a person who's been involved in politics. I think they decided to call out that there were some primaries I didn't vote in the last decade. I think that's the one I'm hearing now. You're right. I haven't been excited a lot of times in a rural region. That's true. I feel like a lot of times we in rural areas have been let down by voices that talk to us from any side. As an educator, I've experienced it, where we don't find support. That's a fact. And that lack of support can come from anywhere. Look around our community. Let's talk about solutions. I'm a teacher. Let's start in our schools. Our schools are labored with unfunded mandates. Our representatives like to pat themselves on the back and say they passed programs that are going to solve our problems, and then they allot $0 to that program. Don't just throw money at our schools. Let them make decisions locally. I didn't think it would be in the Democratic Party alone that I'd be sitting here giving a speech about allowing local decision making. I thought that that's something that should be bipartisan. Let's get that done. We need to cut some of these unfunded mandates that are hampering our schools and are hurting our students. We need to make sure that that gets done. We need to get it done right now. Another one I want to talk about. Funding's a constant issue. Okay? We have a university that my heart is deeply attached to that is, in many ways, the beating heart of our community. And we watched in the last decade where the legs were cut right out from underneath it. You talk about a place where first-time college students, I was the first male in my family to graduate from college. That did not happen with Clarion University. And yet we can have people look us in the eyes while they hack away at the ability of that university to do what it needs to for a population it needs to serve. That cannot continue. That is in so many ways the beating heart of who we are in this region, and we need to support it. We've sat here in an area where we've watched the opioid epidemic grow. And in this area, we faced an epidemic. And it's not just opioids, it's hopelessness. Look around. They tell us we need more jobs. 120 jobs, we're going to bring in this thing over at the plant, 120 jobs. Jobs that pay $9, $10, $11 an hour. Does that solve our problems in District 63? No. We know that that is not the solution. We have solutions through real economic development, support for union labor, support for small business, cutting red tape and allowing those small businesses to be able to develop. It's 2018. We can't create a one-stop shop and allow our small businesses to get their paperwork done quickly. We can make it happen, but we have to get it done. In this area, we face a need in medical care, and we have an ability to solve that. One of the greatest programs that I think we are missing out on in rural Western Pennsylvania is extending our senior care programs. Now, we've taken some steps there, but we need to go even further. You talk about a climate, you talk about a culture that our seniors will recognize. You talk about a place where land can be affordable and where we can bring in a population and bring in people who will fill our volunteer organizations, who will fill our churches. That is somewhere we can look. There is great opportunity in this region. It is sitting there, and it is time to take advantage of it. And I'm tired of inaction. I'm tired of our people being let down. So I want you to know that this last 60 days, we're going to fight. We're going to push this thing forward, and we're going to get it done for District 63. Looking around here, I want to say thank you to the Clarion County Democratic Party. Look at this space. This is unbelievable. Thank all of you so much. We couldn't ask for more than this. So thank you all for coming out. Let's push this thing forward. Okay? September 20th, John Fetterman's coming here to Clarion. He's going to be in the Legion. Okay? We're bringing someone here. One of the things I heard is people that are big don't come here a lot. We got him.
He's big.
Let's show up. He's big, right? Let's fill that up. Let's make a statement about who we are in our rural communities and that we're ready to fight and that we need representation. We're willing to fight for representation, and we deserve that representation. Let's all get there, and let's make sure that we make a statement about who we are in this community and that we're ready to go. Thank you all so much. Thank you for coming out. I'll shut up. Let's get some drinks.